Hello my love. So today I'm gonna help you kick off your new year, January 2024, in a positive way. I did do a video of like how I kind of like prep for everything and like restart stuff, but I wanted to go into a little bit more detail about certain things. I made a post on Instagram and Lemonade, follow me on both, where I basically showed the apps that I use to kind of help me organize everything. And I want to say first and foremost, I have OCD, so if it's too much, that's fine. I use a lot of tracking apps, and if I had more storage I would probably be using 10 times more. But this is mainly going to cover books, notes, like daily organizational stuff, photos and other media. So for books, everyone knows what Goodreads is, but I use Storygraph, TBR Bookshelf and Bookly. These are really good. I use them all the time, love them so much. I feel like they all offer a slightly different thing, especially Bookly. Bookly helps you like time how long you read for and when you start and finish, and it's just a lot more interactive than the other ones. It's more for like time tracking and things like that rather than logging and reviewing. For other media, for movies, everybody knows Letterboxd, follow me there too. For TV, I use TV Time. It can list movies as well, but I don't like that feature as much. I think the TV tracking is so much, like, it's really good. It's really good, so much better. And then music, I use earbuds. So I did use Last.fm, and sometimes I still do, but I don't have the app. I just use the site because it was pointless to have that storage taken up. But with earbuds, you can basically, you see what your friends are listening to and when, and you can react to it. It's kind of like B-Reel in that sense. But then at the same time, you can essentially, you get like a weekly and I think monthly feedback on like your top tracks of the week, top tracks of the month. So essentially it's like Last.fm mixed with B-Reel, which is why I deleted Last.fm. So that was, I love earbuds. I don't use it that much, but I do just to check my weekly thing. Then for photos, I use B-Reel, even though I think it's dying, to be honest. And I probably will delete it at some point because all it is pictures of me watching NCIS, which is really sad, but anyways. I use Locket, which is basically you put a widget on your home screen and then your friend takes a photo and that photo is on your home screen, so on a widget. It's really cute. You can react to that. And then there's another photo one called Leap Second. It's actually a video one where basically you put 1 second of every day and then it forms a video of each month, each year. I've been using this for like 5 years now, so I love it and I will never ever delete it. And then I've spoken about this so many times on here, but I use Notion to hell and back, and back again, and then back again, and then back again. I use this for work, for every day. So the things that I track on my Notion are movies, TV shows, books. So I use all of the above. It just helps me feel like when I watch these things, I'm not wasting time. I'm like somehow being productive. Because obviously, you know, I'm sat here watching like a cooking competition and I'm like, this is the least productive thing I've done in my life. And then I log it and I'm like, see, I did something today. So that's why. But I also use it for all kinds of things. So I use it to help me with my content planning, my schedule planning, calendar, obviously. I log loads of ideas. I plan my travels on there. So my current New York trip coming up, I've like got different pages for each day that I'm there and what I'm gonna do. I just think it's the most helpful thing ever, and it's so helpful for work as well because you can add someone that you work with to that page so they can see it and edit it or see it when you edit it. I use it for all my clients as a freelancer, and I will never ever go back. So highly recommend Notion. And I think like the reason I thought about doing this like very quickly and in depth was like I set so many goals with Notion, and I set goals in my mind at the beginning of the year, every year, of like, oh, I want to watch this many movies, and I have like, I want to read this many books, and I want to like watch these kinds of movies and this show and you know, that kind of thing. And obviously I have other goals with work, hence my use of Notion and things like that, and I want to keep memories, hence my use of like 𝙃𝙀𝙧𝙀𝙀 and things like that. And it just feels like a great restart to every year when I use these apps, like, and like set those goals, because if you're familiar with the book ones especially, you get like a year challenge, and you can put the year challenge in, and I love that. And you get like wrapped on like all of them, so like there's a letterbox wrapped essentially. So like that was my thought process with that. And I think also, if you want to take organization more seriously, this is kind of like the way into it, because I think this is how I started. And again, I have OCD, so I kind of go into things manically wanting to organize stuff, and I'm like, I don't know where to start, so doing all of this helps me start. And obviously I have other goals like finances and I don't know, what have I not mentioned? I mentioned work and travel, and that's, you know, that's kind of general. But I use Notion to track my finances, I use Notion to track my travel, I use Notion to use my work and track my work. So those things do come into it as well, and I want to do more videos on Notion just because I use it all the time, but I really don't know where to start with that, because it's just such a long, complex thing to explain and go through the whole thing. But I do have loads of videos on it already, so if you want to, you can check those out and see how I specifically use them. But they really are so great. All of these apps, I love them, I use them 24/7. And I also use it for things like my Christmas list and my birthday list and things like that. So it's like when I want something, I'll go to my Christmas list page and I'll be like, okay, next year for Christmas I want this. So I think, yeah, that's how I set my goals for the year. And I know most people set like more serious goals, like stay fit and healthy and eat this and that. And it's like, I've never been on a diet, I will never touch a diet. I quite literally got told today by my doctor for the millionth time to not do excessive exercise, because apparently my body hates it and I have a really bad reaction to it. I pulled my muscle from walking for a few miles. So I have a fragile body. So I'm not the person to go to for like fitness and diets. It's just not my wheelhouse. However, I do love yoga, and I do soft yoga and things like that. So for things like finances and work and travel and fun and media, I'm the person to go to. But yeah, I hope for those girlies and gays and theys that resonate with similar goals to mine, that this kind of helped you go download those apps, go enjoy it, go organize, go plan, go do you, sis. Ew, I can't believe I just said that. That was really disgusting. Anyways, I love you guys so much, and I will see you. Bye.